is this shirt? Oh. Hello, everyone. We are deep into round number 2. It is still Katie and Brent here on the mic, and it is a treat to go ahead and see this Vex and Volibear played on out. It's Xander versus Jared coming into the 3-2 round in round number 6 of the 5K of the Pro Play Riftbound weekend. How you feeling?
Uh, more like Brent.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I feel pretty good as Katie.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's important to feel very comfortable no matter what you do, and that's
You-
what we're seeing here.
Do you feel like the Taylor Rift?
I do not, but I do feel bonita.
That's fair.
Yeah.
You know who else was bonita?
Who?
Volibear Nita.
You pulled through at the very end. I can give you that one.
Thank you.
Yeah. No extra points, though.
Dang.
Yeah, that was a tough one.
Yeah, it was.
The fact that it was a difficult question, though, is pretty good. However, I got 2 cats for you.
There you go.
Yeah. I got a cat in the bag and a cat out of the bag.
But no cat in the hat.
Well, you don't want a cat in the hat because it's not useful. You want one cat in the bag, one cat out of the bag, and now both cats out of the bag.
The cat is out of the bag.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, the cats are out of the bag as Jared is looking to take a little bit of a peek at those point levels.
At that, the cat has a little bit of a chew toy in that paper tree.
But you'd want the box, not the tree.
That's true.
Yes. Which is why you have the Vex to keep him in check.
Does Vex write a check?
No. Keep in check.
Yeah.
Oh, you're right. Ooh, why did I do that? No, but that's fair. But we have given a box over to the cat.
Chat, we've gone mad.
I haven't gone mad. I know exactly what I'm talking about. I have 2 cats out of the
This is
bag.
Katie.
Yes.
We've gone mad.
No. Because
Yes.
I'm telling you what's happening, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. I feel pretty good about that. And I mean, I am Katie. I know what I'm talking about.
That's fair.
Yes.
Yeah. So, on a more serious note, Vex honestly in a very, very commanding position.
Yep.
Volibear was able to take game number 1. It will be up to this Vex to maintain their hold over this game.
Of course, wanting a little bit more behind. And again, it's the Dazzling Aurora Volibear. We've seen Dazzling Aurora itself, but the Volibear used to be the great initiator of it. So for Jared, it is about continuing to hold on and using that charm to quickly bring that dragon in. One hard summoned, but now possibly denied its own life. This feels a little bit rough.
It's going to be a switcheroo there.
I love it.
Big punish here going to happen. So that Gem Dragon can get stripped away, which means that Xander has to go back to the drawing board to be able to find something a little bit more. And for Jared's side, we'll be at 5 points, but down to just 4 runes. It's going to be pretty painful to have to deal with that there. And for Xander's side, already at 12 runes, might be able to just drop down an Elder Dragon at that. Instead, it is going to be that Dazzling Aurora hoping to hit that Elder Dragon off the top, because if not, 7 points. The difference here going to be very, very difficult to overcome.
Well, here we go. 1, 2. That's not a dragon.
And also not what you want to see here either. He's going to be able to channel 1 rune, so we'll maintain that 7 or that 12 rune threshold. Xander not in a horrible position. Definitely not happy about it either. Going to be able to draw 3 cards, channel rune. And for now, Jared, very happy about his position. This game is going very, very fast, and it makes a lot of sense. I feel like if you want to have an opportunity to beat this Volibear player, you have to have these games go quick.
I mean, we've seen it before. Back in the 25K, a situation did occur where if an opportunity is given, you will take it away. A quick Sona to be dropped on down. The Vex building up the board on both ends, making it even more difficult, even if an Elder came down. So the Ferris Forerunner will be utilized in a desperate attempt by Xander to create some opportunities if an Elder is to be spawned. But it is this one turn to try and turn things around, and it is a hefty, hefty cliff for Xander to climb.
Yeah, and well, I mean, a Ferris Foreigner is not going to be enough to overtake either of these battlefields.
Nope.
That shield, too, proving to be very, very annoying to deal with. These mutated Mausers having tank as well make things even more difficult to deal with. So for Xander's side, has to have a way around this incredibly oppressive setup board here. 6 runes still available and a plethora of cards at Jared's disposal.
Best part about Sona, always 4 up and a raw play of a dragon. Elder breathing flames down. Removal of 2. And Jared, maybe a little bit surprised about the factor, but Xander, as we said, has to dig deep. I love this play in a turn. Bring back a rune for yourself. But you are tapped out. What damage will you be throwing down? Bye, Sona. Bye, Vex. It's just the cats that are out of the bag once more. But this time, they're being chased by a much larger cat and a Forerunner behind the same. Back off is what Jared says. And that Forerunner bounces right back to base.
So now his only hope, nope,
Mm-mm.
there it is. Going to go ahead and scoop it up. Does not find that Elder Dragon off the top there. So game number 3 in what felt like a blink of an eye. Yeah, sometimes these games just go so quick.
Yeah.
You don't really have a moment to spare here. So game number 3 going to be the choice. We'll have to see if Xander has enough left in the gas here to pull it out in game number 3.
And I mean, Brent, when you look at positions like this, it is again, there's not much to dive into, right? It is quite literally your your deck did not convert as you wish. It was just stuck in that position. We've seen it before, and Jared played it appropriately with the mistakes that were given. But you need to create even more opportunities as such. Moving into this game number 3, Jared on the Vex. We saw glimpses, the Vex, the Cats, as well as a Sona. Is that the type of hold that you're hoping for once more in a deck like a Dazzling Aurora Dragon?
Yes.
Fair.
Simply put.
I like it. Looking at the third battlefields, that is all the answer I do need for the current moment because that's all that we are discussing. I say that with all the love in my heart. I mean, I'm looking at this and I want to see Xander pull something else out as well.
You want to see the cat out of the bag?
Yes, I do.
Well, we saw it in game number 2.
I also want to see the
You
cat
mentioned it.
in the box.
We saw that too.
Yes, but no, I want to see Schrodinger's cat.
No, that's the whole point. You're not supposed to see the cat.
Mm,
It's like a whole Pandora's box situation.
right. So if I don't see the cat, if we don't see the cats from Jared, we assume that they're both alive and dead, which means you've drawn the cards, but you haven't drawn the cards at the same time.
Exactly. If they're in the hand, they're in the hand, but we don't know if they're in the hand or not in the hand.
So you can't pay for it, but you can pay for it at the same time.
Exactly.
Oh, that's a pretty neat trick. I didn't know you could do that in Riftbound.
Mutated Bowser.
Ah, true. Very mutated. Ugh, mutated beyond belief.
Yeah.
Oof.
You don't want to see it. That's why.
It's impressive. But what about dragons? Aren't dragons like mutated cats themselves?
No, they're
What?
way cooler.
Ah,
Fun
some
fact.
some
Okay,
would say
actually,
no
okay. No,
though.
you want
Yeah,
to hear a really cool and actually real fact about dragons?
I thought all these facts are real.
No, this is like legitimately a real fact.
Yeah, what's the fact?
So there's only one animal in existence that is displayed amongst all ancient cultures, and it's the dragon.
What about the scuttle?
No, no. He is cute,
He is.
but he wasn't displayed. Ancient. Maybe now in all modern culture he's displayed, but yeah, no, that's actually
That's true.
yeah.
Well, that's true. Of course, for Xander, you are hoping to display more than just a few dragons. You are hoping to be dazzling in the route that you take. Taking game number 1 that we unfortunately only know of off stream. Xander needs to prime themselves for a big victory and will use a sabotage to start their way forward. For Jared, already bringing out the Soda on top of the Scuttle itself, will show off yet a Scuttle, a Charm, a little bit of a switcheroo, and a bit of movement tech. Beautiful work and only so much that you can take away. Xander writing all of it down.
Yeah, I mean, this is very textbook play here. Look at the every opportunity you get, take advantage of it. Do not allow yourself the ability to forget cards that are in your opponent's hand. Jot it down, save that information for later for when it becomes crucial when you're trying to take these final turns. Right, this Scuttle Crab was able to go in, and this Sona was able to follow through as well. It is going to be an amateur recital that she's holding on to, which means that this movement it's a little bit easier than you'd like it to be for the time being. Xander has to figure out how am I supposed to get over this hump? And it looks like it starts with a falling star.
Oh, I like the adjustments. And again, when it comes to the Volibear and Dazzling Aurora, this position of How do we slow down that pace? It is a destruction of the hand and showing the elder in the hand as well for Jared, also getting massive amounts of information and recognizing that you ain't drawing that elder. So as long as you see those runes stay in a little bit lower position, these five, these sevens, yeah, you ain't seeing that one at all. And throwing back that gem dragon as well, we will go ahead and see a little bit of pounce of the kitty swinging in for the Sona and more. Jared, maybe not so surprised by the ambush,
Yeah, I mean, this is a really good use of the Rengar here. We do know
but
about that switcheroo.
he'll grab up that power, turn it right back on onto the Rengar, and poor Xander. We knew it was going to kind of happen here. So the Sona goes away. It is a good concoction, and you got to slow the pace once more. Xander clearing the field.
I think this is a really heads up play here from Xander. Understands that
Mm.
if I continue to allow Jared to draw cards, if I continue to allow this, really, really impactful set of lines to develop here, I won't actually have an effective answer for what's to come. So, going to utilize that falling star, mark that Sona with 3 damage, and then utilize that switcheroo or force this switcheroo and still be able to get rid of that unit even after the fact. Now, Xander just passing with all the runes available, bluffing.
Yeah, a little bit of a tap here. So taking a look at this side of things, we do get to see the Vex roll on in once more. Apathetic to the core. And for the Scuttle, you're conquering on the other side. So Jared once more in a prime position from game number 2. Maybe a little bit more bumpy road to move in. But you are still in that position. Xander, having cleared before with their own units, basically using their own head. You're having some troubles there, and there's another fan to come out. I love what we're seeing from both these players.
That a ton of runes going to be exhausted. You're 8, in fact, so it looks like it's going to be a gem dragon. He's going to be able to ramp up just that little bit much more, put himself up to that 10 rune threshold as well. And so now, Jared managed to gain control back over onto this game. He's going to be able to draw an additional card, utilize this amateur recital if he so chooses. Looks like he's going to pass up on the offer, though. So for now, Gem Dragon, really the only effective tool to deal with this Vex. Xander, in a bit of trouble to say the least. I feel like Stormbringer is the name of the spell. I can't remember. It cost 8.
But
It's
is
that
reduced
Volibear
by all
spell.
the might,
Yeah.
the highest might on your table. Yes, that is a Stormbringer. It is.
Or is that
No,
no, Stormbringer is the name of the Volibear signature, right? Man, I always get so confused with it.
I think it is Stormbringer.
Like,
The,
no, okay. I'm going to dwell on this for too long. I'm just going to focus on the game here. Honestly, it really does feel like Xander's definitely been put into the corner here, and it is going to be up to him to find a way out of this corner because right now his back's up against the wall, and he has to fight his way out of this situation.
we have seen him drop the dragon itself and just hardcore send it. This is a position that we've seen him do before, but we've also seen the immediate response coming out of Jared. But Jared last time had a lot more points on the table. They were staring down the barrel of, I believe, a 6. So Jared this time only on 3. Xander themselves have given them a little bit more space overall. There's the count once more with the extra scuttle.
So 2 Scuttle's going to hit the banish pile right here, and this Gem Dragon will be able to ready 2 runes, which means that this challenge is looming over Jared's head. Not to mention, it's Sky Splitter.
That's it.
Yep, Sky
Storm
Splitter.
and Sky. Ugh, those are names that are very easily confusable in there.
Yeah, they both come from the sky.
Well, one is a Sky.
So, well, see, the sky comes from the sky, though. Where else could it come from? Space? Nerd.
Isn't space also the sky? Like we see right there? Easy drop. It is the Sky Splitter.
Boom. I think
Ups.
if you split the sky, isn't it still the sky?
That's what I was saying.
Yeah, but you said space.
No, space is sky still.
Yeah, but if you split the sky, isn't that just still more sky?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're getting a little bit lost here. I'm seeing dragons fly across the sky right now. I think that's a little bit more important that we want to talk about here. Sky Splitter into the gem, into the follow through on a point. So Xander has now taken control of that recital hall, which is absolutely not the sky, but it might as well be a landing pad.
That was such a good joke in the most stupidest way.
Wow, my
You're
good go
making me
Cassie.
break character.
I do it too easily. Poor Brent. We got to give him a moment. Gem Dragon now rotated over to the other side. Xander is starting to fight back, and I don't know if Jared has a good answer at the current moment.
No, this is definitely a very punishing situation to be in. I mean, he's got two massive units on the field here, and then if any of them so much as touch this Gem Dragon, they're going to fall as well. So for the time being, Xander in a very commanding position, and while this amateur recital won't be able to be kind of maintained, if you will, Elder Dragon looming in the background and making things
Oh, ho, ho,
incredibly
ho.
difficult here. So this Rengar going to come down, and no runes need to be recycled because of that legend at that. So this mutated Mauser going to go away. Xander going to be able to get an additional point here all the way up to 4. And with one card in hand, I believe it is known, Jared in a very difficult position. There is not a lot that you can do. 8 might and 6 might to overcome. Not to mention that Elder Dragon making every single one of those points of damage lethal.
That's the roughest part about it. It's a card that a lot of people are discussing, but that charm is able to move it out of the battlefield. Jared scrapping for movement, bringing in the fan, but it's only going to live, I think, for a little bit longer. Jared marking it down. You're at 4-4, but you're bored. Your base side is looking so weak. You're bolstering the battlefield with a Vex. But again, these are small units in comparison. A single swing from a mighty cat or dragon will obliterate that side, and Xander just building up their monstrous army. At this point, it's like the House of Dragons.
Why?
Because I can. I like hearing this laugh. It's a good laugh. It's very honest. It's like from the core, you know?
I appreciate it.
Yeah, it is. It's also good to watch as Jared is unfortunately losing more and more units, and Xander is just chilling in that line of fire. Elder looking to swing. Oh,
This is a risky line, though, and well, there is no switcheroo, so this Vex is going to get taken out here, and this Elder Dragon gets to remain, which is very, very punishing to say the least. Jared really striving to find a foothold here in this series because Xander looks like if this hold
mm,
maintains, we'll be able to take game number 3 and this series at that. And with this back off, he's just trying to figure out if he can find something to do here. And there comes the fist bump. Game 3. Xander.
fantastic work. And I will say, even though we only saw the dazzling Aurora once in that game too, I respect how Xander played the Dragons out in that field. It's a different way of adjusting, and it is that variety, that stylization of the Volibear that I think breathes a lot of life into heavy might swings. I like it. I like it a lot what Xander did here in game number 3.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those situations where, like,